I like the handwritten. Oh, this looks like a kid, right?
Yeah, we get a lot of kids.
To Park Ranger, I am so sorry for taking the petrified wood. I didn't know it was so special.
With the awesome kid spelling.
That's great.
Matt Smith is the museum curator at Petrified Forest National Park.
You can see it has these sharp recarved teeth.
His archives are full of an impressive collection of ancient fossils, but he also looks after a small batch of letters.
Oh gosh, this is a manifesto.
Yeah, I've had a 4-pager.
A 4-pager?
Yeah.
The letters are apology notes, tales of remorse, written by reformed criminals.
These are all pieces.
At the park, the petrified wood is everywhere. It lines the trails, it tops the hillsides.
This place was set aside because this is by far one of the largest accumulations you'll ever see, and possibly the largest in the world.
225 million years ago, this dry stretch of northeast Arizona was lush and green, home to some of the early dinosaurs. The trees that stood tall back then were buried in sediment and fossilized, frozen in time. Today, that wood is beautiful. And so, as paleontologist Bill Parker explains, rangers occasionally see visitors trying to smuggle a piece home as a souvenir.
People tend to have a guilty conscience, right? And that's generally there's telltale signs of that.
There are signs that attempt to deter would-be wood burglars. It's a crime to take anything out of the park. But, not surprisingly, people still do. What is surprising is that some of that wood has come back.
This is a box of material that was returned to the park, and there's 2 pieces of wood in here. And
the letters that accompany the heavy packages speak of a long-ago theft that's weighed heavy on the conscience.
If you take petrified wood, beware of the consequences. You should... Oh, this is a poem.
Oh.
If you take petrified wood, beware of the consequences, you should. Though enshrined on a shelf, still brought him ill health. Some things are plain no good.
Some people ascribe a curse to the wood. I don't know how much I buy that, because if you're if you're the kind of person who would take something from a national park, maybe you just have poor judgment skills. I don't know. You know what I mean?
As a junior ranger, I am responsible.
The park used to play up the curse. They put all the letters out on display, which just led to more letters.
We may have just been encouraging people unwittingly to do the wrong thing by emphasizing it, overemphasizing it, saying, bluefin tuna are going extinct, so you better eat some sushi, or something like that,
Rangers once claimed they were losing a ton of wood a month. Until they asked around and realized nobody really knew where that number came from. Could it be the problem wasn't actually all that bad?
About 10 years ago, we got the idea. We had all this photography of the wood. We went out, found the exact angles they were shot at, and reshot them. And we were absolutely amazed to see that everything was still the same.
So Petrified Forest recently changed its messaging, thanking visitors for doing the right thing. Because most of them do. Unfortunately, for the few who do so belatedly, the wood that's sent back to the park can't actually go back in the park.
We can't put it back because somebody who's going out to study that stuff could inadvertently pick up something that has no reason to be there and botch their results.
So it ends up here, in what the rangers call the conscience pile.
Tucked away down a service road, the pile contains years of returned wood, which honestly makes writing a letter and spending a bunch of money on postage to send that wood back all seem a little pointless. But guilt is a trip.
And in every case, it's because somebody valued their experience here and valued the thing that they're mailing back. That's how much they're willing to give back in order to do the right thing, because they feel like this is a special place.